over to Alice, say, and Sylvan and say, when the possessions get here, do we fight our way out, or do you want to actually listen to these people?
We've already tried that, and it didn't work. We need to make sure that Dalen is alive. They have not mentioned him since I saw Oof. Is Oof here?
Oof is sitting there, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they have not mentioned him for quite a while, and I need to make sure. We should probably make sure that he isn't dead, although I assume it to be the case.
After about a minute passes, one of the man that came to you, younger elf, in the robes, does come in with like carrying your possessions. There's another one as well, as you probably have more than one person could carry, easily at least, and they do start handing them over to you.
Okay. Is all my stuff there?
Yeah, it is all there.
Excellent. I will equip said items over the course of like the next minute, and then dig through my component pouch for something. Ah, yes, I will take out a small piece of cured leather, and I will cast mage armor. Because I don't feel safe right now.
Seeing you do that, you can kind of just see the Illithid he kind of just smirks. It's unnecessary, but if you believe you need to take the precautions, go ahead.
Of course I do. And then, while I'm still rifling through my component pouch...
I would recommend not doing anything foolish. He sees you doing that.
I'm still not entirely sure. Yeah, I'll hold on to this. Okay. Well, you have done as I've asked. What do you have to say?
Well, I mean, I have plenty to say, but it might be most helpful if you had any immediate questions first.
Do you wish to replace the Order of the Orthan Republic with chaos?
In the end, no. The initial steps may require chaos, but the end goal would be to create a real republic and treat all the citizens of the city fairly.
What do you mean by real republic?
I mean, you can't be that naive, can you? The Orthan Republic is hardly that.
I mean, to tell you the truth, I still find the idea of a republic to be confusing, and it's not a form of government I've ever come across.
Do you know what a republic is?
I have a vague idea. I think it is some sort of bizarre governmental system in which the people are responsible for making decisions as to the affairs of the state.
That's a democracy.
Is that right?
Not quite, but it's close enough.
No?
The gone. Alice is coming in and out of reality.
Oh, I heard him.
But though, wow, wait. What about you? You have any questions, Kian? It sounded like you had many.
I am just thoroughly confused. Also, what is going on? You people are trying to replace the government and by hurting people?
Well, the timing of that was unfortunate.
That's what evil people say. All that you've clearly illustrated to me is that you are willing to sacrifice innocent lives in order to fulfill your agendas.
I mean, so is Orthan.
I'm not defending Orthan. I think it's an awful republic or whatever you want to call it.
And do you think we have a chance to take down Orthan without some help?
Why are we talking about taking down Orthan? We've been here for 3 days.
I think that we have taken a couple of steps too quickly. I'd like to ask a more simple question. Where is Dalen?
Being held, similarly to what you were being held with, he's alive and well.
Perhaps, if you don't wish to repeat yourself, we should have this conversation with him present.
I've been told by almost every party member here he will be far less willing to listen to anything I have to say.
I won't argue with that, but don't you think he should still have the chance?
Separately, maybe, but not in this conversation.
I don't agree.
He's a dog of Orthan.
There's no
He's
need to
loyal
call
to the
names.
city that has protected and raised him. That does not seem so unreasonable.
No, but we think he may have the wrong idea about what Orthan is all about, and ask for some proof of Orthan's wrongdoings to maybe help convince Dalen.
I'm gonna turn to Oof and Devona and August. Just say, I didn't travel with a number of you before this, but we've only been in Orthon a few days. If this place is such against your morals, we can just leave. We don't have to sacrifice our lives and everything we've worked for.
Can we though?
Certainly.
I
There are
can't.
greater stakes here than you may be aware of.
Well then please enlighten me, crazy cultist person.
How about we start on a practical level and no need for name calling? But you both
Okay.
are
I'm disconnecting like every 5 seconds.
It's all good. You both are practical people, I would guess, right? Your
To an
proposition.
extent.
Your proposition here is practical. Well, we could make a practical exchange as well. While you may not agree with all of our methods, if we could have a civil conversation, I'm sure you could understand at least why we're doing it. And there may be things that align in our interests.
Alright, fine. What do you want to say?
Well, I believe the most pertinent would probably be the situation of Alistair.
What about it?
Your party hasn't exactly been forthcoming with information, but I suspect that you are of the same people as the elves that appeared in our city about 5 months ago.
Actually, there's been something that has sort of slipped my mind for a very long time. If you wouldn't mind, and I want to reach into my component pouch for a small piece of copper wire.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really think about this, but I guess I'm gonna try and cast sending to let's see, I know for a fact that what was his name? Start with an A. That Riordan was here. I want to cast sending at him.
Okay.
One of the one that was staying with the blacksmith, or that the blacksmith knew.
Yeah.
And I want to just ask him where he is. Is he in Orthon? Is he in the academy? And you can answer back to the spell.
Seeing
That's
you
the
do
whole
this,
message.
Elithan will look up at you and
Oh, and here I am.
okay, seeing you do this, Elithan will look up at you and just kind of shake his head. That won't work. We've already tried contacting these elves by magical means. It seems they have some way of blocking it, wherever they're being held in the academy.
All the more reason for us to get the fuck out of Orthon.
I need to collect these people before I leave.
And we could help you. We know where they're being held, and we have the manpower to extract them.
I think going in with force to a situation where they likely have hostages is not a good proposition. I really liked my odds better, perhaps going in there under an official guise with the Orthon Republic.
Your official guys might as well have no bearance at the moment. All of your party has been placed under house arrest. The second you
Yeah.
return to the Grand Cathedral or are spotted by someone that recognizes you.
I suspect that is the case.
And force is a strong word. We would
What
still be
exactly?
subtle, but you still need the force there in case things go sideways.
Yeah, you're just gonna blow up all the doors that get in your way, right?
If need
That
be.
wouldn't be a bad plan.
Ideally, no. We have informants on the inside. We could get access at the very least.
Are we free to leave?
Depends on where our relationship stands.
So you're telling me that our freedom depends on whether we agree with you or not?
Not necessarily. I don't need you to agree with us entirely. I would doubt that could happen in such a short span of time. Rather that we could be assured that you wouldn't go and tell Orthan anything is the greater concern, obviously, here.
Well, if everything that I've been led to believe is correct, then that is not an issue. It sounds like the current situation in Orthan is not one that would allow me to do the things I need to do in the city. So, you have no worry about that. Unless I find out that everything you've told me is a lie, then I have no reason to return to the palace. In fact, I am incentivized to stay far away.
That is true enough, but you could be captured.
Kian saw himself the bars on our windows, I believe.
He'll nod and say, I believe them about Orthan making us essentially fugitives. I think it's just foolish for us to stay in this city at all.
I agree.
There's a very good reason why we decided to go against the Orthan Republic.
What is this reason?
There is a prophecy, I believe, and she'll turn toward the cultist and gesture to him to explain it.
Fair enough. Well, you see, there's an ancient prophecy from the times of the old gods that a force represented by a great eagle would try to seize power beyond their means and comprehension, and in the process of doing so would bring about the end times. We are currently working to stop that.
Now, I wish to ask, is this the primary reason you're acting upon this prophecy?
Well, no. If I'm to be entirely honest, which I have attempted to be in our talks thus far, I have a personal stake in the matter. I was captured by the city as a child, abused and tried to brainwash for their own purposes. Many of my friends were killed in the process, and so I very much have a personal stake in seeing this government's fall. And again, he will lift up his right arm's robes, and there's just branding down the entire side of his arm.
I understand now. This all makes a lot more sense to me. Can I leave now?
Well, would you like help with retrieving of your people?
Perhaps.
The means.
But I need some time to think. I also need to confirm that Dalen is alive. You can understand me not trusting you.
If you leave, you can't confirm that. Dalen is here.
Let's do that first.
We can if that's necessary. But if you wouldn't mind, I know that you had a mixed reaction possibly to Thir, but he did have some things he wanted to talk to you about as well, Alice.
Wait, the evil
I
demon
do
thing that tried to
mind.
kill us?
The very same. Apparently, Oof has a vial with him inside of it. I'm not really sure.
What? The little elf child is Tathir?
Quite possibly. Oof appears to be quite adept at deceiving us and has been doing it for some time. Perhaps since before we even met.
Well, he did mention that this party has a tendency to underestimate his youth.
Yes.
It's not really his
it's our
youth
fault for
that's the
trusting him,
problem.
thinking that our friend would, lie to us.
Well, I mean, from my understanding with my conversation with Tithir, there was reasons he doubted he could get any of your support in that moment and had to wait.
Maybe because he's a horrifying eye monster and attempted to kill us when we first met, and then says that it's all okay because in the end he decided not to.
Still, he has information, more so than even I, and he was interested in speaking with both of you at some point.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you about my goals here, because I feel that we are just talking in circles. I am here to retrieve my fellow citizens from this academy. After that, while I am a representative of Orthan, I have no particular loyalty to this place. I have no loyalty to this plane. I would retrieve what I came here to retrieve and then leave. I have no stake in the affairs that you meddle with, and I have no faith in your prophecy.
And if Tithir has something to offer you of more value, then what?
I don't know what he could possibly have that I value.
Well, you could always talk to him. He would seem very convinced he had something that would interest you quite dearly.
I want to talk to him with Kian, though. Can we all participate in this conversation?
In my experience, he's only able to speak to one of you at a time right now. His powers are limited given the circumstances.
Can't Oof relay his messages?
No. I don't trust Oof to relay these messages accurately.
What are
And
you
I
talking
don't
about?
trust
Oof has
this
been a
demon thing
communication-
not to influence our minds.
Like I said, his powers are very limited. Even if he could or would do that, I do not think he has the capabilities in the moment of doing such.
I mean, we also don't trust you.
Can I make an insight check on that?
Yeah, you could. Make your insight check. Okay. From what you can gather, on the whole, he's telling the truth, but there is a half-truth somewhere in there.
I don't trust these people, Alice. I think they are telling us the truth when it suits them, and that they are spinning half-truths when we least expect it.
Are we talking in Sylvan? Or
Yeah, I'm going to say that in Sylvan.
The old man will respond in Sylvan.
Oh, good.
Okay.
I believe everyone does that. Last time I checked, as well as you all right now. I've heard plenty of your conversation. Your intentions are hardly pure. So can we just continue?
Who are you, old man? Has he just been... Okay.
That's my name.
Well, then, maybe we should... Well, okay,
If you're not willing to have a conversation with Tithir now, that's perfectly reasonable. I can understand your suspicions and doubts, but I would recommend it at some point.
I'll just speak in comment. Kian, while I entirely agree with your assessment, I do not believe that we can... I am determined to go into the academy and do what I said I was going to do. I'm not holding you to helping me, but I definitely can't do it alone, and I will probably need a lot of help. So I can't exactly refuse opportunities.
Keen will just shrug and not say anything in response.
Well, if you're willing to, Oof could provide you with the vial.
I hold out my hand.
I'll pass it to you.
You do hear a voice appear in your head, I'll say. Have your doubts, do you?
What do you have to offer me?
Access to your home.
You could take me to Elder Spring.
I could.
Can you prove it? I've heard quite a lot about your diminished power.
I couldn't currently, but if I'm able to get an estate, a more power, and whatnot, it would be easy enough. I believe you've seen some of my planar abilities already.
And I am also quite content to leave you in the state of power you are now.
That is fair enough, but wouldn't this not benefit both of us?
I believe it would benefit you more than me.
You seem to want to get home.
I have other things. I will figure that out on my own. I don't need your help. It would only expedite the process.
It may be trickier than you presume. Your friends, when they set off that device, or magic, has twisted the planes and the interconnections between our plane and yours.
I'll find my way back. I have plenty of time. I will hand the vial back to Oof.
Devona will look at Elsa and ask, what did he want?
He has nothing of value to offer me.
But what did he want from you in exchange?
He offered to find me a quicker way back home. In exchange, he wanted me to... In exchange, I would have to help him get more power than he currently has, and that is not something I'm comfortable with.
Good. I'm not comfortable with that either.
Keen's gonna hold out his hand and say, "Can I speak to him?"
If I've still got it, I'll hand it to him.
Okay. You do hear a voice appear in your head, Kian. Hello, Kian. I don't believe we've talked yet.
No, I don't think we have. I don't even really know who you are.
Yes, and I only know of you by proximity, very little else.
So, are you gonna make me a deal I can't refuse, or what?
You could say that. It makes it sound a little more insidious than it is, but it seems that some of your party already has that opinion of me.
Why couldn't we say your name?
I stopped you.
Okay.
I figured it would be the best if that information was not spread, considering I could not trust in the moment yet where your allegiances lay, and if you were loyal to Orthan, that information getting back to them would be very problematic to me.
Are you the same force that stops us from destroying those altars?
I may have been.
So, you can influence our actions and thoughts.
Thoughts? No, not particularly. It's never been my interest. I prefer people to make their own choices of their own volition.
Alright. Well, what can you give me that I don't already have?
Your life.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're dying.
That's true. I've got a backup plan.
Don't we all? But I could help in that regard.
Maybe. Or maybe I've got a few more 100 years to figure it out. You know, if you
have
know that
about
I'm
20.
dying, yeah, but I also carry a very powerful druidic artifact that upon my death will rejuvenate me. It won't give me a permanent fix. I'll still have the same congenital disorder, but my body will be young again, and I'll have a number of more centuries to pursue a cure. I also have
That is-
access to a book that can turn back death, so it doesn't feel like you've got a lot to offer me.
From what I've seen of that book, it will not help you in this circumstance.
He'll shrug. I guess you
But
can't see that.
I can't.
Mental shrug.
I could get rid of the illness. I mean, provide other benefits along with that, even.
All right. And why? What would you have us do? Like, what is the end goal here? I'm not just taking down Orthan. Do you want us to assassinate Dread Dude? Do you want us to destroy every government official? Like, what is the main desire here?
The death of Dreadmalign II would be ideal. I think it's beyond your party's power currently.
So we're just going to serve as your lackeys? Is that what it is?
We all have, if you were to align with me, we all have the same end goal, the same goals, whether or not our reasons for that goal are vastly different or not. And therefore, while I would hesitate to call us equals, you wouldn't be nothing like a lackey. But yes, I suppose depends on how much or how confident you are you can solve this issue on your own.
I'm not that confident, but I think I have enough principles not to accept deals with the devil. And I'll turn around and look at the earth elemental and say in primordial, destroy this. And I'll motion to the vial in my hand and hold it out towards him.
Okay. The earth elemental will move down. The earth elemental needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, they're great at that, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Nothing wiser than an old rock.
I believe an earth elemental's modifier on wisdom is 0.
Yep. Come on, natural 20. Ah!
That is a natural 20. Okay. As it does shoot down its fist. Seems to hesitate for a second. But it does smash the vial.
Kale just like look at the earth elemental and be like, "Oh God, why did you do that? Oh no! So these things, I can't control them." He's very obvious.
Well, you really won't be able to. 12 crossbow bolts are selling your way now.
Oh, good.
That action was taken as aggressive.
Okay. Well, we're doing this again, huh?
Well, at least for you. Let me get those in for you. 1, 2, 3.
Well, can I act when I see them pull crossbows in, Kian? Is there initiative or?
This is basically a surprise round.
Okay.
How many of those hit?
Everyone but 2 of them.
Everyone but 2 of them. What, the 8 and the 10?
Yeah, 10 and 10.
Then you can make. Okay, just make 10 con saves right now until you
Wait,
just.
the 13 hits as well?
Oh, sorry, I didn't see the other ones.
Yeah, I was
only
gonna
see,
say
like,
I don't think 13 hits, but
Yeah.
that's very
my
fucking
AC is
low.
15.
Then okay, everything 15 and above hits you, correct?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hit you then?
All right, cool.
Make 7 con saves.
Holy shit.
They're all
We're
poison.
gonna have to fight an earth elemental now. I don't want to do that either.
There it is.
Oh well.
Okay, you failed. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of critical fails in there. You have fallen unconscious.
Oh, good. I mean, the Earth Elemental is out of control.
For the sake of damage, I will just roll those, but 1, 2, 3, just so you have that number at the very least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are the damages that hit you.
Okay. 21, 26, 35, 42, 48. Not dead, just unconscious.
You are unconscious with the critical fail on the con save with the poison. At which point, seeing the Earth Elemental, the older man standing up will stand up from his desk and he will cast Banishment on the Earth Elemental.
Who we've already established is very wise.
That's a
I think
charisma
that's
save.
Charisma save.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a handsome rock?
Yeah.
No, it's 5 charisma, so -3.
It's the start of the game.
Depending on the DC, it might actually not be able to succeed.
Yeah.
Could always roll a 20.
Good.
Nope.
Again.
It is banished.
Pop.
Poop. Yeah, it pops out of existence.
Devona will look at the Belisar, his name is, I think, and ask him, was that all that was left of the feud?
Well, not entirely. And he remains. He motions. I mean, the liquid is scattered across the floor, but it is still there. It has congealed back onto itself into a small puddle.
Gross.
I have an empty vial. Can I scoop that up?
You could.
I will.
It allows itself to be scooped back into a vial.
Okay.
I see one of your friends is still as foolhardy as they were when you first came here. He's talking to you, I will say.
I don't think his decision was entirely irrational. Maybe poorly timed.
That is almost the definition of irrationality, not timing when your actions are taking place.
Foolish. Yeah, I suppose. He's not dying, right?
Well, yeah, he is. No one's stabilized him yet.
No,
Okay, I would do that.
I'll go, yeah, I'll go
I'm
look
not
at
at 0
him.
hit points, guys. I'm just unconscious.
Yes, but they don't
Yeah.
know that. They need to make
That's
a
fair.
check. They just see you just saw like 7
Yeah.
arrows pierce into him and then him fall unconscious.
I guess Alice and Devona will look.
I would prefer if you did not use magic to restore him yet, seeing what his actions just are, but you could at least stabilize him if he is dying. Okay. You're able to tell, I'll say he's not actively dying, so he is stable.
Okay, he's fine. Damn it, Keelan. You made this so difficult. You know I can't carry you out of here. Right?
Just polymorph me into something.
I don't think I can do that to an unconscious creature.
You can't?
I mean, when you become unconscious, it stops. Doesn't
Oh,
it?
right.
Yeah. I think so.
Well,
I don't think
Can I?
if you are unconscious, it stops.
Yeah, I don't think it stops you.
Can I polymorph him?
Because it's only just an unwilling creature that makes the save.
Can I polymorph Kian right now? Does Alice know if she can, with her knowledge of magic?
I mean, yes, I would say that he could polymorph them. Yeah, the wording is with at least 1 hit point, and he's not at 0.
Okay. I'd like to do that.
Are you casting polymorph right now?
Mm-hmm.
He'll cast Counterspell.
Do it.
And
Do it, nerd.
no, he'll cast Counterspell at level 5.
Oh, you're a big shot, aren't you?
Yes. And the second he sees that, he'll make a motion. 12 arrows are flying at you now, Alice.
This is okay.
Oh my god.
I'm probably gonna cast shield. He already cast counter spells. This is going to do that. I'm sure one of them will break my AC.
Fair enough. I'll start going off on these.
Wow, first one's a hit. What the hell? What the hell?
Okay.
My AC is 22.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 hit.
What the I mean... Actually, my AC isn't 22. I didn't Blade Song yet, so it's...
19.
17 plus 5.
That is
20.
22.
That is 22.
Yeah, shield puts you up to 22. Yeah.
My AC should have been a lot higher. Oh, whatever. Okay, yes.
So five of them hit and
yeah.
2 of them are crit.
What? Why?
So make a, if those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, make 5 con saves. Okay. You are poisoned based off the first con save, but it was not a critical failure. So,
Okay.
do the damage on these. What was the other one that hit? This one. 8, 16, 22, 34, 38 points of damage.
Okay. I'm alive. And pissed.
The old man will hold up his hand before anything else.
Devona will stand in front of Alice and like in a protective stance, I suppose.
Your friend here tried to cast Polymorph on her unconscious friend that was taken as aggression. But if you will refrain from doing such, there's no need for violence here. You are acting rather irrational here.
I was only casting it to make him easier to transport. He is rather large in this...
You could understand why I would be very hesitant in believing that.
I don't have any healing magic, as I would think you would assume. I'm clearly not a holy person. What other aim could I seek to accomplish? Turn him into a giant unconscious gorilla?
You have friends here that have healing magic. I'm just saying the risk wasn't worth it.
And clearly none of them are interested in fighting you. They won't even defend King.
His actions were rash.
And yours were as well.
He took an aggressive action. My men responded accordingly.
It wasn't exactly against you, though.
It was against an ally.
Well, if you're done shooting at me, can I take my friend and leave now?
Given your actions, that has become much more problematic.
I already told you, I have no stake in your war with Orthan. I don't care.
He kind of takes a seat again and kind of leans back and rubs his forehead, kind of in exasperation. Do you want our help or not with your friends, your people?
I need to take care of Kian first. I take care of the friend that's in front of me.
He is fine. The poison isn't lethal.
Oh good, you poisoned him! That makes me feel much better.
Devona will go to Kian, put
You
her
probably
hand
poisoned
on
me.
him.
You are poisoned as well, most likely, yes.
And she'll look at what's his name, Ilithor, as she starts to cast lesser restoration on Kian.
Be careful, they're gonna shoot arrows at you again.
You may revive him, but if he takes another action, he will meet the same response.
I don't know about you, but I think being knocked unconscious because you were shot with arrows does not particularly bode a favorable response.
I'm sure he'll be more reasonable in the sense that he knows the situation he's in at the very least.
I don't think you know Kian.
Kian is probably waking up at this point, since I cast lesser restoration on him.
My eyes will flutter open. What? Fuck! He'll look down and see like 7 crossbow bolts in him.
Yeah.
What happened?
Devona will probably start helping him taking the bolt out of his body.
Now, are you gonna shoot me when I drink this healing potion?
No, but you both. Can you not understand? You both took rather what could be read as aggressive actions.
I drink the healing potion.
Okay.
How much does greater healing give me?
Oh, you have a greater healing potion?
Yeah, I got it from Starling stuff.
Fair enough. I believe a greater is 44 plus 4.
Excellent.
Those are some
Oh
rolls.
my god.
Great luck today.
I'll say, are you okay? I see a more bolt sticking out of her.
I'm pulling them out as I'm drinking this healing potion.
Are they just executing us now?
Slowly. No, they're not. Sorry, I'd let my agitation get the better of me. But, seeing as how this is the situation, do you think perhaps we could have these negotiations at a later date? Or perhaps even just a later time? I need to discuss some things with my friends, and I don't think this is the best place to do it.
That is fair enough. Although, given the circumstances currently, we can't release Dalen.
That's really not okay. But, as I think we're both aware, I can't really do anything about it, can I? You have my friend hostage. So,
If you had been more cooperative, we could have worked on freeing Dalen as well, but that doesn't seem to be your intention currently.
I feel like
It
I've been very
still
cooperative.
is.
You're only asking me to betray a bunch of people, but I mean, that's fine. Can I take Kian and leave now?
If that's what you think is best, you may.
I do. And
On your way out, we would like to ask you, Alice, if you would mind handing him the new vial of Tathir.
yes,
Yes, you would mind.
yes, I would mind.
Ilithor will kind of motion at the guards. Please hand it over.
To oof.
Yeah, I'm not sure I feel comfortable with Oof having the vial either.
I'll take it.
Wait, the vial wasn't destroyed? What happened?
The vial was destroyed, what was in the vial wasn't.
Wait, the thing in the vial. Oh, gross.
You got shot for nothing.
Well, Hey, where'd my elemental friend go?
They banished him. A very interesting spell that I would, under normal circumstances, like to talk about.
I just want to go home.
The vial, Alice.
Okay, sure. I'll reach in my bag. So, I just want to ask, because I have another vial of black liquid. How similar do they look? Can I try and pass it off as the other vial?
You could, but even, I mean, in the moment, even you probably recognize when the voice isn't talking in their head, they'll probably realize that it isn't the right vial pretty, like, immediately. But it's up to you.
Maybe Tabir's just being quiet.
It does not look exactly the same either. This liquid is very particular in its composition.
Okay, I will hand him back the vial.
The real vial?
Yeah. And I am not forgetting about this.
But if the reasonable members would like to stay, we could easily discuss Dalen's situation and make sure that he is safe as well and freed. And he kind of, motions at Devona, Oof, and August.
Before that, can we have a moment of privacy, just us together?
That would be fine, yes. This should be a free room. And he kind of motions at one of the members, and it should be a free room down the hall. You'll be free to discuss anything you would like there without any eavesdropping.
Would Alice and Kian actually agree to talk to us there?
Where did you want to talk to us?
In an empty room. Just
Sure, with the door open.
members.
No force field locking us in.
Yeah, just us.
Sure.
Fair enough. You motion towards one of the members, and they will lead you down the hallway to an empty-ish room. It seems to be some kind of study. There are books in it, some bookshelves and some books, but it is completely empty. And they'll motion you in and then leave.
Okay, guys, I can summon up 8 badgers. They can tunnel us out of here.
I don't think that is the solution to this problem.
I'm sorry, Alice, maybe you're not a druid like Devona and I are, but a real druid would know that 8 badgers are always the solution to a problem. Yeah, you turned into a flock of birds. That's pretty powerful.
8 badgers didn't help us. That we are getting off topic, I believe.
Okay, what the hell is going on?
I believe that Devona, August, and Oof have decided that their best course of action is to fight against the city of Orthan.
We did.
Yep.
Even when our intention here was
to do the
work
opposite
with the city of Orthan.
Oh no, my objective all along was to determine if the Republic was trustworthy or not, and clearly they're not.
Wait, so you've been lying to us this whole time too?
My loyalty is to Paylor and what he stands for.
I'm pretty sure Paylor doesn't like killing innocent people.
He doesn't. And I'm against that as well. However, taking down the Orthan Republic requires a lot more power than we do have between us.
I feel like Kian had a very good idea back there. Which is, why do we have to fight against the Orthan Republic or these cultists? We're outsiders in this conflict.
No, we aren't. Not really. If the Orthan Republic managed to accomplish what they set out to do, it would be bad for all of us, not just Orthan itself.
What do you mean set out to do? They're a city. As far as I'm concerned, their goals are to govern the people and protect them. And they're doing a good job.
Tethir didn't want me to tell you this, but he did tell me what Orthan's objectives were. And
can you trust this incorporeal voice?
Do you trust Hammett?
No, not for a second. Although we're getting very close.
well, we can ascertain if he's telling the truth or not ourselves, can we not?
I don't think so. This is some kind of entity who can influence the world wherever it is, or however it wants to. I'm sure that it's immune to mundane means of lie detection or even magical ones.
Not him. I mean, we can determine Orthan's, well, objective for ourselves, can we not?
It's just, it feels like this situation is escalating far out of control.
True. I mean, the only reason we ever even came to this city was to help Sarwin, and he's dead. I did not come here to do this, and I have no intention of it.
You have no intention of helping save the world? Because that is what this would be. I don't think you understand the gravity of the situation.
Perhaps I don't. Perhaps you don't. I have seen no proof of anything. I have not been given a reason yet. You still haven't told me exactly what it is you believe Orthan is trying to do.
Well, like I said, while Tethir didn't want me to tell you, I am willing to. And what he said was that Orthan plans to kill the gods, all of them, to gain their power. And I'm sure you can understand how terrible the consequences of such actions would be.
No.
You don't? Oh my god.
I mean, the idea of the gods that are worshipped here is all very interesting, but I have yet to really experience anything relating to them other than your own magic, which you claim comes from one.
Which I claim come from.
Alright, hold on. We're getting a little off track. Let's not get into a religious debate.
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing much.
Uh-huh.
Devona, if Orthan has the power to kill a pantheon of deities, what makes you think we can stop them? And why can't the gods defend themselves? They're the gods!
Yes, but I am unsure how exactly they would accomplish that, and even if they're just thinking about it, I think they should be stopped.
Well, they're either a credible threat to the power of deities who vastly outscale our capabilities, or they're not a credible threat. In either scenario, there's no point in us intervening.
I think we do.
I mean, I'll admit, I don't understand divinity very well. So I don't know if the gods can even directly intervene in the world. But it
They
seems like to me,
they cannot, like you said, directly intervene in this plane of existence, at least. That's why they have clerics and paladins do their work.
it's
I-
impossible to imagine.
Let me give my perspective. I come from a place where I had never heard of a creature called a god. There were beings that we had discussed in ancient legend that we called Archfey, but they do not seem similar to the gods that you've spoken of. And things were fine. Why does it matter if they are killed, these beings?
Just because you didn't hear of them there doesn't mean their work wasn't done there. Gods are for, well, for a lot of stuff. They maintain a balance in the universe or whatever you want to call it. Their existence is needed. The king of such powerful being would, well, to really unbalance, well, I don't know how to explain this, but it would be really catastrophic for all of us.
That doesn't... Then why do you believe that Orthan wishes to kill them? That doesn't sound logical. And if anything, I think the people here are very logical. They think and govern more clearly than any of the other towns I've been to in this plane.
Yes, and that's why they banish magic and at the same time restrain it and use it for their own benefit, and then they worship a human, or I don't know what kind of entity he is, but they treat him like he's a god and denounce the others that have proven themselves to be gods. Nothing is logical about what they do. And
Their
everyone
attitudes toward magic make a lot of sense.
does it though?
It does. Magic is inherently dangerous, and knowledge of it should absolutely be restricted.
This isn't about restriction. They purge magic,
That is...
most of magic away from this land and just restricted its use to a few people that only listen to what they say. They bring children and brainwash them when they discover that they have magic, and they don't let them do with it as they wish, even if what they wish to do with it isn't harmful to anyone.
Magic, as a magic user, I think it is inherently an extremely dangerous thing. It is not uncommon, or I don't know, where I came from, it is not very much different. Magic is very much restricted, only to those who are trusted to use it, and the only ones trusted to use it are those loyal to the state.
But that's just the teaching of magic, isn't it? They don't go around and anyone that has the potential of using is like either forced to join or killed, are they? Because if there are, then the place that we come from is pretty, well, fucked up as well.
The place that I come from is a lot more ordered than this place. This place is, if anything, just to me, the fact that they can breed such rebellious and the chaotic individuals, such as the cult member over there, shows that this is a failed city. Things could be done a lot better and a lot more efficiently. And I've seen it be done.
It isn't about efficiency, it's about freedom and happiness and fulfillment. You can't have that.
Those things aren't important. Not to a city. The city's only priority is ensuring the safety and function. That is its only responsibility. Freedom and happiness are abstract concepts.
They aren't. They really, really aren't.
I don't understand the value that you place on these things.
Then I feel pity for you and the life that you've had so far.
I don't know if anything productive is going to be gained by further discussing our moral views. Those are things we can't change about each other.
I guess not.
That's true.
All I'm saying is that even if you don't believe that gods are necessary, others do, and well, I don't know. I really don't know what to say to you to convince you.
Okay, Jay, calm down.
At the end of the day, I don't know A, if I believe this claim, or B, if I can really do anything if it's true. But the thing that is stopping me is that these people have shown that they are willing to sacrifice the lives of innocents to pursue their goals.
I can understand that, and I agree completely. Once we have dealt with the Orthan Republic, we may have to look into them more closely.
Okay, I'll say make a wisdom.
Oh, okay, great.
You wanted proof.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm very wise.
And you have a +4 to that as well, because you're within 10 feet of me.
28!
Seeing as you do resist initially, Tathir will be say in your head, will you allow me to show you? You wanted proof.
What's the worst that can happen? Okay, let's do it.
Really?
Okay, the rest of you see Alice just fall unconscious. Alice, you see visions, horrifying visions, of the planes basically colliding, great disaster coming to all the planes, basically all the forces that are held in check by the gods coming unleashed, chaos.
Okay.
Basically, you see images and visions of what Alice, considering your previous seats, probably would view as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Do I
rest
wake
of you,
back up?
not immediately. The rest of you just see Alice collapsed on the ground after Oof puts the vial into her hand.
Oof, do you really have to have a talk about this again?
Oof just looks at you.
You do hear Tathir say she wanted evidence, and I have provided it to her.
Tathir says she needed evidence. Tathir provides.
You seriously sound like you have a little too much faith in him for my, well,
Tathir and I share the same outlook on certain things, and we disagree on others. But right now, we must face what's before us.
At this point, Alice, say you do start coming back to consciousness.
Okay. So,
Alice, are you alright? What
I'm
did he do
fine.
to you?
Let's say that, hypothetically, I were to agree that what Orthan is doing is not good and would be willing to help stop them. I need to get my people first.
I don't think we're ready to face Orthan as we are right now, so yeah, probably can do that first.
Okay. I still need to think about some things, but after that, we'll figure it out. It's a lot.
Yeah,
This has been a very long day, and I only think it's noon.
I'm really exhausted as well. To be quite honest.
It's not. I don't think it's. I haven't woken up yet, so it's not even 8 a.m.
It is getting there at this point.
I've been
You've already
conscious for
down.
1 hour, and I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I haven't rested yet, so
Can...
Stefano
Okay.
looks extremely exhausted at this point.
Can we take a nap?
Can we take an 8-hour nap?
By the way, Alice, you have entered one level of exhaustion for seeing those visions.
I was feeling it even before you said it.
What about you, Kian? What do you think?
I respect most of you a lot, and I am torn by the fact that we obviously have different opinions about what's happening and what should be done here. I would like to be able to help you in all of your goals, especially you, Alice, in finding these people that you need. I don't think I can knowingly be accomplices with these terrorists.
That sounds extremely reasonable. If
I
we
think-
can... If we could do this ourselves, I would prefer that. But
I
I'm
would
not
prefer
sure that it's
that as
possible.
well. Quite
Do you want to
honestly,
try?
I feel at the very least we should get further information from them about the academy, the security that they have, how to best get to where and your fellow citizens are. We need more information. All we know is that they are at the academy.
In a place that is being blocked by magic.
Yeah, and I'm very bad at being discreet, so
I think we all are.
I think some of us are better at it than others.
But, the biggest issue I can think, I don't know if Dalen will be interested in any of this. And I don't know if you remember when we sparred yesterday. That could be an issue.
We weren't. Well, he's detained right now, and we just need to. Well,
I don't want to see him killed by these cultists either.
yeah, I don't want him to be killed.
But his freedom is also a danger. I don't know if you remember. I think he could kill me in one hit.
He could. He certainly could. But we just need to try at the very least to talk to him, to show him that the Orthan Republic really is up to no good. And if he doesn't want to believe us, then we'll release him once we've dealt with Orthan, I guess.
Okay.
Oof has just wandered off the room while you were discussing this. Where are you going, Oof?
Ernesto Guevara?
What?
Okay. While they're talking, you do reach the hallway.
Any guards here?
There are 2 posted outside his door.
Could I see Dalen, please?
They kind of look at each other, a little bit confused because they haven't been told that someone was coming. But they'll shrug their shoulders. You can go in. Do you need protection?
Yes, please.
They'll nod again, and 2 of the members will join you on your sides. And you enter the room. Dalen, you do hear the door open.
I'll
You're
get to my feet as soon as I hear it open.
You see Oof come in again with
Have
2
I
members.
benefited from the long rest at this point?
You have not quite finished it, although if you want the benefits of a short rest, you've definitely at least gotten that. You have about an hour left on your long rest at this point.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll sit up from the bed as Oof comes in.
Oof. Dalen, how are you?
Your traitor's guilty conscience getting to you, is it?
Perhaps.
Good.
Maybe we can shake on it. On, me coming around.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm just going to hold my hand out.
I will walk up to
Seriously?
him and I will punch him in the face as hard as I can.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Do I have proficiency with unarmed attacks? Or is...
Do you? I don't.
I don't know. I can't remember.
You're a straight barbarian, right?
Yeah,
Proficiency.
just making a reckless punch. Try and just break his nose.
You do not have proficiency with unarmed. I
Okay.
do not believe. No.
So 14.
Sorry there, buddy. That's not going to do much to me.
It will hit, but mostly just, he mostly gets out of the way. Doesn't really connect. At which point, both guards will have their crossbows trained at you. Not firing, but if you do
as
something.
Just sort of snort at them and say, it took 10 times as many as you pathetic lot last time. Good luck with those pin stickers.
Were you hitting me with that whatever you yanked off earlier, or with your fist?
Fist.
All right. I guess could I have ducked and rolled or something?
You got out of the way.
All right. As I got out of the way, can I have put my hand against the side?
Sure.
All right.
Or is he attacking me?
No.
Are you attacking him?
No, I'm not attacking. I am just
Well, if
touching.
you're trying to touch me, you're attacking.
If you
That's
want to
fair.
be that crazy.
You could make an unarmed attack against him.
What would that be?
Just a strength check.
Yeah, that should go over real well.
Could it be Dex as well? He's just trying to touch after all.
Only if you're a monk.
Oh.
I don't know if this is the right roll or not.
It doesn't matter.
0?
Apparently, I'm too weak to even get close enough to touch you. Dalen, could you just give me your hand for a second? I won't hurt you.
You think you could hurt me? Oh dear. Run back to your new master, little boy.
Humor me.
Humor you by
Uh-huh.
touching your hand.
Yes.
Very well. Give it to me,
I,
and I'll wait for him to hold.
I will put my hand in his gigantic hand.
I'm not touching it till I can see your hand.
My hand is coming at you.
I know, I'm standing like 10 feet away from you.
Hello, here's my hand.
I will examine his hand to confirm that it is not contain some sort of weapon, hidden blades,
Does your hand contain
devices.
weapon?
My hand contains no weapons, only a vial.
I will not touch your hand. Why would you like to give me this vial?
I think it would be mutually beneficial for both of us if you just got to experience what I get to experience.
Stupidity?
Just an open mind.
Well, I will take the vial, not being aware of what it is.
Okay, so you will grab it?
Yeah.
Okay, make a wisdom save.
Ooh, good for me.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta go right now, but I'll talk to you guys next week. It's just
Yeah.
a little longer than I was expecting.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Later.
See ya. I think
Yeah.
we lost
Yeah.
Lucas.
No, he's muted his mic.
Yeah, and he's gone off of the game as well.
Oh yeah. I didn't notice that. A lot of infighting this session, huh?
Oh, you missed it. This is fun. This is a replay of the previous thing.
Yeah.
Where somebody's character decided to randomly just start attempting to murder us in the middle of streets.
What?
Yeah, Oof's previous character tried to kill me in the middle of the street one day.
Oh, you had another character.
This
Furnace,
was his previous campaign.
he was a little bit on the crazy side.
Yeah, he was total nut job.
Like, walk down the streets naked, crazy.
Yeah. That sort of campaign ended with Daryl and my
Hello, can you
character.
guys hear me?
Ah, there you go. Yeah,
So I lost internet completely.
no worries. We're
Sorry,
just regaling Devona with how the previous campaign ended.
Okay.
And its current parallels.
Wow.
Yeah, Daryl and my character and Aaron and Sonny's ended up fighting each other, and we killed Sonny's character, and then the campaign ended.
I mean, you guys also. I think you died, right? Like due to
We
a fireball.
we all died in the in the final, like, trying to do whatever it was we were doing for Vorvin. Can't remember the rest. I do remember the giant ape dropping from the ceiling and thoroughly fucking up our plan.
But yes. What did you roll?
19.
Okay. You feel something seeming to move into your mind, but you're able to shake it off.
I throw the vial away.
I will pick the vial up.
Another trick, another trap. Oof. I don't know what I expected.
Why don't you try it again?
Why? So whatever demon you have in that thing can take over my mind?
He won't
Fool
take
me
over your
once.
mind.
Oof.
Say that again.
I said, fool me once.
Well, I want to try to fool you twice.
I'm just
Come
not
on,
gonna
just
stand
do
there.
it. You know you want to.
No, I certainly do not.
Oof will just sit there looking at you.
At that point, the two kind of motion to you to like if you're ready to leave.
What?
The two guards will motion towards you and kind of ask if you're ready to leave.
Yes, I think so. I'll walk out the door.
Okay, and they will follow, and the door will close behind you, and you are again alone, Dalen.
I'll go back to bed. Long rest.
Okay, and we'll just call it there.
I should have thrown the vial into the bed.
Of course. Sorry again, yeah, I know that went a bit long.
No, that's
I'll send out a Discord message for XP later. I don't have access to the internet right now, so I can't calculate it out. But
okay. No worries. I'm gonna head, guys. I'll see you all next week.
Yep, see ya.
See ya.
have a good.
You too. Good session, guys. Bye.